Alright guys, hello and welcome back to the next episode. I actually had some audio issues. I just had a computer update, so I had to reconnect all of my stuff through recording. But we are here for the next episode of our F1M24 career mode. Episode 3 here in Season 2 as we're going on to Saudi Arabia with a very unfortunate finish. Last episode out in Suzuka. A very wrong strategy. Everybody went long on a set of intermediates and we went hard on wet tires, and that really paid the price for us as Piastri and Sainz, both McLaren drivers, finishing on the podium. Fernando Alonso having a really strong start to the season as well for Aston Martin as we jump into this next race, which is Saudi Arabia. And yeah, so we're feeling really good. When it comes to our drivers, we're going to try and get as much time on the track from Tina Hausman during practice sessions and try to increase her development. I don't think we'll get her out on the track 2026, but maybe 2027. We can try to get her into an F1 car and see how they perform and go from there. So we're going to go ahead and go through our race targets. Actually, no, first we have some development stuff. So we have front wing, rear wing, side pod suspension being designed right now, and the manufacturing an extra chassis for when the time comes for Monaco. So hopefully we'll have some good upgrades by the time Monaco comes, and we'll be scoring some much needed points and get us within that top 5. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and fill out our race targets, go through practice, and we will see you guys for qualifying. Alright, here we are for the results of practice 3, and we're finalizing our setup once again, so that's why our times are on the backfield. Frederick Vesti couldn't quite get that setup to go, but he does have the more track acclimatization. For Logan Sargent, he sat out of practice 1 for our reserve driver. He got once again he got 100% on the setup, or we got 100% setup for him, but he has just slightly under the amount of acclimatization, so 82% to his 90, and then 100% to his 94. So another confident look towards qualifying as we finish up practice. 94-95%, not too bad. So let's go ahead and get to qualifying.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Drivers need to get into Q3 if they want to make the top half of the grid. With only 10 slots available, it's a fight nobody wants to lose.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
Alright, nice little highlight there on Ferrari as we jump right into this. And just like before, go ahead and take out that extra lap. Car setup's feeling pretty good about it. And let's go ahead and get to it. Sargent has a better setup, and Vesti doesn't, so we're going to send Sargent first.
That's green light.
Hopefully they're close enough to each other, but we'll see by the end of our first run, so we'll see you guys in a second. Alright, a little bit of traffic coming from Sector 2 to Sector 3. Sargent's going to be coming across the line first. Vesti isn't too far back behind, but not enough for a good tow, so they'll each get their own time frame. I just hope the cars behind them didn't really bother them that much. 127.2 from Sargent. It's Vesti 3/10 off, so it's a good run. See how close we get towards the end of this first session to get into Q2. So we'll see you guys for the next run. Alright, just under 5 minutes. Magnuson with the lock up there. And we are getting pushed out of a Q1, looks like, most likely. So if that's going to be the case, we're going to go on some brand new tires, because I know our cars aren't really built for speed right now. We're pretty much the worst on the grid for this race. But that's going to be the goal, to try to get into Q2 with at least one of our drivers. So we're going to go ahead and sim forward a little bit to our run, and we're going to watch through the whole run, since I did say that we want to spend a little bit more time on qualifying this season. So let's get to it. Alright, so here we are.
Clear track ahead.
Final run of Q1, looking to get both of our drivers out of Q1.
So we're in a good
Gasly
spot here.
there in P17. We got Joe, Gasly, Ricardo, and Magnuson are the other drivers in the bottom bracket to try and get out. We're on board with Sargent as he starts his run. Looks like he's going to get much traffic. I don't know who that is up ahead. It may be a Williams or an Alpine. Who is that? That's Magnuson in the Porsche. They're coming out of Sector 1. Vesti's not too far behind. Or is that Vesti? That's Vesti ahead, and then Sargent. I've noticed this in the last few episodes. There's not really much I can do about the decals while they're moving like that. But oh well. Coming through the start of Sector 2, Sargent not too far behind. See if you can see him. I'm really liking this helmet cam. 25 seconds to go here in Q1. I don't think the McLaren ahead is going to be able to make it in time, but they might. It's going to be Piastri on a hot lap, actually, I believe. SC knocked down to last place. Let's see if he can make it across. Coming across the line, see where he ends up. No improvement for either of our drivers, so it's going to be a Q1 exit for both of our guys. And we'll see what we can do during the race. As long as we don't make any mistakes like we did in the last episode. Although we don't have to worry about rain, so we'll see what we can do here. See you guys at the start of the race.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Understandably, there's a lot of people talking about Ferrari's driver.
They got everything right to earn that P6 position. Now they've just got to show they can do it again in the race.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Alright, here we go, starting from the back. We have deploy on. Go ahead and high aggression on the overtaking.
Can do.
Yep, got it.
See where we can improve from.
This is your race now.
Okay, copy.
I can't get past the Salvers. We'll be battling them for most of the race. We're electing to go with a one-stop race. Sign's gonna go hard to softs, most likely. We dropped about 2 laps of fuel, 3 laps of fuel. Go aggressive for the first 2 laps.
You're good to push.
There's Vesti move on Ricardo. Sargent makes a move on Gasly. Nice. Here's the first
Now
move.
we're watching the action closely here. The opportunity's there,
Now that
and that
move on
puts them in
Gasly there on the
21st.
inside. Watch that. See if it'll give us a different perspective if it pops up. I don't think it will. Bestie trying to fight against Gasly here. Have to push a little bit more.
So we just have to get back
And
down.
that's Verstappen out.
Let's try to take opportunity.
What happened? I want to see that.
DRS enabled.
Along the straight here.
Did he outbreak himself or did he just spin?
Clearly unable to
spun.
take evasive action. And they'll definitely...
That can be a lap 1 safety car? No? It's not going to be a lap 1 safety car. That gives us a free position,
Might be debris.
I believe. Yeah, he's got major
Okay,
damage.
let's go.
There he's way back there. Nice.
Okay, good job.
Starting
Let's
overtook
take a closer
Joe
look.
during that.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. Can they squeeze by?
Yep, easy move there.
And ahead.
We got Bestie. We give him the move on Joe.
We can still do it.
On the inside, trying to push him out. Not quite.
Don't worry.
Come on, there you go. There you go. There's that move. DRS open. Let Sergeant defend. Give Vesty a chance
Yes,
to
mate, let's
overtake.
do what we need to stay ahead.
And we didn't want to do that. Alright. That's our fault. And that's not what I wanted to do there. God damn it. Had him drop back way too far from that. I hate that command. It never works the way you want it to. We'll have him drop back.
And try to cool down the tires where you can. Rear is slightly coming up.
We'll go conserve.
Yeah, copy.
Give us more lift off, please.
Yeah, we need to not stop pushing on our softs.
Copy.
And we'll go neutral on the deployment. Alright, P18 and P19 after the first few laps. Verstappen, that turn 1 incident, he spun out of the final corner. Let's go ahead and sim forward to see what we can do for positions. Alright, so here we are, lap 15, about almost done with lap 15. We're still sitting P18, P19. And yeah, so we had to set our pace to
He has
conserve
DRS.
tires as much as possible. We're gonna be going to mediums, and we already had some pit stops here. So Verstappen went in, and we're waiting to see who else goes in. We're trying to manage our tires as best as possible, since we did push at the beginning. So we're kind of right there with everybody else, but we probably don't want to go in first because of our medium tires. We'll hold on to as much as we can within these next 5 or 6 laps or so, and see what we can do against some of the other drivers. Alright, we got Norris with a mechanical fault. Back in P10 now, and we have some pit stops already.
You focus on your
Half the
race.
grid or so. I don't want to take a pit stop quite yet. But that'll help us in the long run for the medium tires. We can push more on the medium tires. But that does risk losing those positions and being in the backfield again.
We're very happy with tyre management at the moment.
Yeah, copy.
Sergeant holding off Gasly. Vesty still trying to put some pressure on Albon back in the Haas.
Okay, mate. Tyres
Really trying to
stabilising
put
now.
pressure on Vesty as well. We are serving a bit of the fuel though, but let's go ahead and jump forward to our pit stops.
He has DRS.
Alright, we have Vesti coming in for their pit stop here. And we'll be losing a lot of positions, probably end up at the back of the field. So we got both Porsches next to us.
So currently P16.
Trying to fend off.
Magnussen ahead of you.
Sergeant's trying to fend them off. But Vesti did a good job at that. Now we have Sergeant
Behind you is UK.
gonna be coming in for his pit stop next. We'll do that real quick. I just did that. Alright. We'll have him push. Let's get a screenshot.
Box now.
No issues. 2.8.
Copy, box.
Not too bad.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
Now we're on to Sergeant. Holding off Magnussen and Sonoda. Which I don't think our mediums will help us to the end here. Gasly's coming into the pits behind, ahead of Sergeant actually. Shoot for no issues again, please. Alright, 2.5 is the time from Sergeant. Staying close to Gasly there. Are we top 10? We are not. 2.581. Let's stop from 2.8.
Verstappen now the car
Oh,
behind.
come on.
Gap behind 6.5 seconds.
Can you give me my time, please? There it was. 2.51. Good enough for 4 points as of right now. Which I think those will be the most. No, we still got a handful of more pit stops to go. Paul, Aaron, Ocon, Sainz, Bottas, and Piastri still have yet to pit. As we're back in P20 and 21, so let's go ahead and carry out some more laps and see what can happen.
And VSC positive on the Delta.
Copy.
Okay, what happened? Paul, Aaron.
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash! It was the Williams driver we see there.
Another great thumbnail.
And makes contact with the wall. And all
That
it can
reminds me
take
of,
is one mistake. One momentary lapse of
Lance Stroll.
concentration.
You know what I'm talking about. Alright, safety car, virtual safety car. Thought it was gonna be a full one.
Car off there.
I don't know.
I believe so. So just watch going through there.
Charge on.
We will conserve our tires. I don't think anybody's coming in for that. I don't know if there is a safety car or not. I don't see one for a marker on the track. Just conserve our fuel for now. Nope, no safety car. Oh, we do have people pitting. What are they pitting onto? It's too late for us to pit anyways. On the new mediums, alright. We are positive in the fuel.
Ricardo in front.
They just came out and the virtual safety car is ending.
Sergeant behind you.
We're gonna have fresher tires on us.
18 laps to go.
Right.
VSC ending.
We'll run a standard pace for fuel right now. That's kind of
DRS enabled.
perfect for us though.
Keep your pace up.
Charge off.
I wonder how much more tire wear we do have. We'll have to see in the next lap or so. But read pretty good fight in the backfield, even though our car wasn't ready for this track. So we'll put the ploy on and see what we can do. We'll see you guys here towards the end of the race. I don't know why their tires are overheating like that. I think it's because they're fighting so much.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
Let's see if we can get them to drive in clean air and that'll help.
Cool the car, please.
Copy.
Okay, so let's cool the car now.
Copy.
We don't want to lose Magnussen though, even though it's not the fight's not even that bad really. But we'll have to wait and see. And go and go light on the tires, see if we can make it to the end. But everybody's on the lead lap. That's a good thing about this second season.
Let's focus on those temps.
Russell overtaking Vesti
Yep,
there.
copy that.
Alright, let's get to the end of this race.
DRS disabled.
Copy that. Copy.
Alright, final lap. As you can see, Joe, Russell, and Magnussen have made it past us. We're back down to P19, P20. And we're going to be limping across the finish line.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
We don't need lift off.
But yeah, it's kind of expected for us here in
No lift
Jeddah.
post required from our side at the moment.
We did not
Copy
have
that.
the means to get us into the top 10.
Okay, and that's the checkered flag. Well done.
Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, so another two-man for
Okay, we take the
McLaren
flag.
on the podium, and then Alonso P2 for Aston Martin. That really puts Fernando Alonso up there as well as Aston Martin. It's going to be Aston Martin, McLaren, Red Bull fight here. Looks like for this season, as we finish up this race.
Sergio Perez, currently the man on our screens.
A fifth place finish ensures they're taking away a fair few points from this one.
And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history.
That's their second win of the season. A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
And finally now, the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there though.
Okay then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
Alright, so apparently the team is satisfied with our finish, even though it wasn't that great. Alright, 18, nope, 20th. Logan Sargent still 0. Frederick Resti still 11th. Instructors, we're still sitting in 7th with those 4 points from Vesti. Haas scoring 1 point. Williams scoring 2 points. McLaren, Aston Martin, Red Bull, yeah, 180, 139, 126. So a very strong fight from them. And we get knocked out of the top 10 for fastest pit stops with those 2.4s. Not quite enough for our guys here. This weekend, no bonus money. And we do get to another ATR period, so we'll, I don't believe that's the research period starts, so once that opens up, we will start doing some research for the, I believe we have started already, or continue doing some research for next season. No, we have not done any research for next season yet, so we will get to that here. And got some parts to replace, and we'll see you guys for the results of Miami. So we'll be right back. Alright, so here we are for the results of the Miami Sprint weekend. Frederick Vesti finishing P14, Logan Sargent P19. Neither of our drivers scored points this weekend, as to my knowledge. There we are, 4-0. And we are still... No, we dropped 2 positions in the P9 with those 4 positions. Alpine, Mercedes, and Kick Sauber scoring some points. And then we're still top... No, actually... Logan Sargent 2.506 for 1 point. One-stop strategy there through the simulation. They reached their targets. We went with the medium target, so we gained back that 1 million for those target bonuses there. And we went through some stuff behind the scenes in this plan. We still get 4.6 even though we missed our target. Wind tunnel higher. 8.2 million, so does that put us, yeah, 16 million in the positive as of right now. And just going back through here, some engine parts. We only have, I think we had 2 last season, I think, I don't remember. But we have some underfloor and side pod research going for the mass regulation change. And then we have some more parts being built. So once those parts are done being built, we'll work on the wings for Monaco, which will be, I believe, the next episode. If I go to the right screen here, yeah, we'll simulate through Imola, do more behind the scenes stuff, and we'll do Monaco like we did last season, since it is a big race in Formula 1. But yeah, so we're doing decently. We still have a little bit of points on the board. Our drivers aren't feeling too bad right now, mostly neutral for them. And we have some money coming in, so we can work on the car development. So I might actually go for a level 3 factory here. I'll go ahead and take a look and see how much it is. 11 million to upgrade. We could throw 11 million in there. 100 days. We could see where we are for 100 days. Let's see where that would get us. That would get us around a Zandvoort, and that would help us for the remainder of the season. So let's go ahead and take the risk. I honestly feel like we have enough money coming in, so we're gonna go ahead and, if I can click the right button, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade for the next one. So about halfway through the season, or Imola, or what did I say? Hungary? Zandvoort, Monza. Yeah, that'll help us for towards the end of the season. I really hope that's a good investment that we're looking into as we gonna do a little bit more development stuff for parts, and then we'll see you guys in the next episode for our F1 Manager 24 career mode here with High Tech GP in Season 2.